everybody, it's Avery. I'm gonna go around and show you what machines we are building at SMU today for your home use, people that are buying machines for their house. So this is a really popular machine right now just because it's a newer one, and everyone, the most popular machine I say is the Game King package, G20, G23. This is a newer cabinet style than that G20, G23 that basically has newer slot games than what you would have on that G23, G20. You could also have a Game King package on this that has that poker, keno, slots, blackjack, and it actually has 2 roulette games. But this one specifically that I'm about to show you, it just has slot games, but it has a newer slot game. So, for example, you got Temple of Fire, Cast Eruption, I don't know how to, Woo Dragon, Diamond Mania, Fire Blast 7s, Thunder Drums, or Thunder Fruits, Cleopatra 2, Star Rush, Ocean Magic, Triple Red Hot 7s, and like I said, these are newer games, so when you see the new, it's basically newer versions. So like on the G23, if you guys have the 3D game package, you'll see that you have the Triple Red Hot 7s, but this is basically a newer version of that game that is on that cabinet. Dragon versus Pandas, Lucky Buddha. So these are a pretty good cabinet. These go for $6,500 with topper and $6,000 without topper. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. And if we keep coming over here, we got Wizard of Oz. This is in a BB2 cabinet. I would say in a BB2, this is probably one of the most popular packages. It's usually the Wizard of Oz or it's the Super Jackpot Party that we sell the most. Pretty popular game, and it's a really good cabinet. This is my favorite cabinet to sell to anyone that wants to buy a slot machine, just because there's rarely any problems or issues with the machine. And if there is ever any problems with the machine, it is super easy to fix. And then if you guys have any questions on how the machine can be set up, or any questions on basically anything that relies on the machine, just let me know, put it in the comments below. But this one's $14.95. And if you guys, just like the one I just showed you, this is a G23 Game King package. You got the poker, pick a pair poker, keno, 4-card, multi-card keno, slots. And this is a 3D game package, so you got Dolly Parton, Fishing Bob, Little Shops of Horrors, Lobster Mania 2, a lot of 3D games, and then you also have some like 2D games like Stinkin' Rich. And like I said, you have the Triple Red Hot 7s right here, and on that other 2727 cabinet I showed you, it's basically a newer version. This one's $24.95 for this one, and then if we keep going down, here's another version of the Game King package. This is called a Crystal 2323. So this one's $4,500. So you look at the G23, this would be the next step up. You guys say, hey, I like my G23, but I want a machine that's a step up newer than the G23. It would be the Crystal Core 2323. And this one is the Game King package, like I was saying. So you got poker, different types of poker than you would have on the G23 Game King package. You have keno, you have slot games, newer slot games than you would have on the G23 game package, blackjack, and then like I said, you have 2 roulettes. So you have a single 0 roulette, and then you have a double 0 roulette. These are $4,500. And then you keep coming down here. You got the G20 Game King package, which is basically a little older of a model than the G23. So this would be the oldest model you could get out of the Game King package that we sell. This one, you have poker, keno, slots, and blackjack. So same package, just older cabinet. Still a great cabinet. So if you guys are looking like, hey, I want a Game King package, but $24.95 is too much, or the $6,500 cabinet is too much, this one's $1,500, and you have the same package. So this is usually a pretty popular one too, just because it's a cheaper cabinet and you can have the same games and package on there. Keep going. We got our Aristocrat game. This is where you would have your Buffalo Gold. These are $2,500, except for Buffalo Gold, it's basically a newer game than the regular Buffalo. So you're looking at $500 more, which would be $3,000. Yep, Konami. So if you like China Shores, Mayon Chief, anything like that, that would be on a Konami podium machine. These are also really good cabinets and they're cheaper. So these are $14.95 for basically any Konami game on a Konami podium. That's what we're building today at SMU. If you guys have any questions or comments, just leave it in the comments below this video. And then if you guys are looking to purchase a machine, I'll put my number on the description above.